A very good morning to all of you. Today I want to start Module 1, Session 7. Title of the Module 1 is Subsurface Exploration. Course outcome is ability to plan and execute geotechnical site investigation program for different civil engineering projects. Title of the subject is Applied Geotechnical Engineering and subject code is 18 CV 62 of 6th semester. Now I want to explain in detail drainage and dewatering topics. In that, first topic is determination of groundwater table by Horseshoes method. It is also called as a rising water level methods. The groundwater level affects the pore water pressure and hence the shear strength of the soil. As the groundwater level changes seasonally, it becomes necessary to establish the highest and the lowest water level for the proper design of structures. The depth of the groundwater table is usually determined in an exploratory investigations. In soils of high permeability, the level of groundwater in a borehole stabilizes in about 24 hours. The depth of the water table is measured by lowering a chalk coated tape in the borehole. The depth can also be measured by lowering the leads of the electrical circuit. As soon as the open ends of the leads touch the water in borehole, the circuit is completed. It is indicated by glow of the indicator lamp. In soils of very low permeability, the groundwater level does not stabilize even after several weeks. It consists of a Norton porous tube attached to a plastic tubes. So here this figure is explained in details. See, this is ground levels, this is bore, this is height h1, this is height h2, this is height h3, and this depth is depth of water tables, and this is water table from the ground level, and his h1 is measured with respect to time t1 plus delta t is nothing but a t, and here small h2 means after 24 hours we are taking the time t1 plus 2 times delta t is equal to t, and h3 is t1 plus 3 times delta t is equal to total time taken after third day. So here, so this is casing, one number is casing, second number is ground level, and third is final groundwater table, and fourth is water level in borehole after bailing out at t equal to t1 means these heights. So this figure shows Horseshoe method of locating groundwater tables. Okay, from the figure, it consists of a Norton porous tube attached to a plastic tube. The porous tube is carefully placed on a cushion of sand in the bottom of a cased tube plugged with a rubber stopper. At the top, the porous tube is surrounded by sand. There is an impermeable seal of bentonite clay above the sand. The sand surrounding the porous tube should be kept saturated during and after the installation of the piezometer. The groundwater table is determined from the level of the water in the plastic tube. The top of the plastic tube is kept above the ground surface for this purpose. For determination of the water level in silty soils, so this method gives the following process in details. By Horslew, the water is bailed out from the borehole to a level below the expected groundwater table. The rise of water level in the borehole is noted at different time intervals as shown in figure above. The figure shows the rise in water level at the time t equal to t1, t equal to t2 and t equal to t3. Let small h1, h2 and h3 be the height of water level above the level 0, 0 at time delta t, 2 times delta t and 3 times delta t. The time interval delta t is selected depending upon the type of the soil. The height of the water table above the levels 0, 0, 2, 2, 3, 3 is calculated from the following equations. Okay. So that following equation means the depth from the water table are h1 equal to h1 square by h1 minus h2. h2 equal to h2 square by h1 minus h2. h3 equal to h3 square by h2 minus h3. The depth of water table is taken as the average of three levels given by heights h0, h2 and h3, that is level of the water table is given by 1/3 of level 0, 0 plus h0 plus level 2, 2 plus h2 plus level 3, 3 plus h3. So this is the equations. So this is the explanation about Horslew methods. Next I want to explain in details how to control of groundwater during excavations. Next topic is control of groundwater during excavations. Okay. Let us see dewatering. Dewatering means lowering the groundwater level temporarily to prevent excavations to be made below the water table with relative case and to keep the construction area dry for equally construction. Dewatering serves manifold purposes, generally during the construction of deep basements, powerhouses, dry docks, pumping stations and tunnels. By lowering the water table, neither do the slopes experience any seepage force is the bottom acted upon by the upward seepage pressure. As shown below figure, it's explained in details lowering of groundwater table. See, this is groundwater tables. This is actual nature of ground. From original ground to this depth, that is water table is lowered, means this dotted lines. This dotted line is lowered. So here one number indicates original water levels and 2, that is dotted line, indicates lowered water tables. So this sketch is explained for lowering of groundwater tables. Subsurface drainage not only facilitate constructions, but it also helps in improving the properties of the soil. This helps in the stabilizing of soils. In case of fine grained soils, although the quantity of water removed is not much, improvement in the properties of the soil is significant. Subsurface drainage also helps in reducing the hydrostatic pressure acting on the base of the structure. The method of subsurface drainage to be adopted at a particular site would depend upon the characteristics of the soil. The position of the water table and the time period the system has to operate. Various methods of subsurface drainage are discussed in details in these sections. There are wells is also deal with. The method of surface drainage are outside the scope of these topics. Okay, let us see. As no water escapes through the bottom of the slopes, no material loss can take place along with water. Sometimes in impervious layer overlies a water bearing strata which is under artesian pressure, and when an excavation is made in the impervious layer, there exists the possibility of heaving and rupture of the bottom of the excavation. Such an eventually can be removed if the pressure in the water bearing strata is reduced by pumping water from the strata. So, next, ditches and sump. Ditches and sumps. See, let us see these diagrams. So this is cut slopes. First one is, so this is original groundwater tables. This is pump, and fourth one, this is sump. Fifth, this is sand. So these are the sands. Okay. So this diagram is explained for lowering of groundwater level by pumping from a sump. How groundwater level is lowering. If the excavation is made into a relatively strong material, a ditch is cut along the periphery of the bottom of the excavation, and the water seeping along the sides and floor of the excavation will get collected to the ditch. The collected water is then laid into sumps dug at selected points and is then pumped out of the sumps as shown above figure. This method is known as sump pumping. Okay. Also, interceptor ditches are used for excavation of limited depths made in a coarse soil. These ditches are constructed around the area to be dewatered. The ditches must penetrate deeper than the level of the work area. At suitable locations, sump pits are constructed along the ditch for installation of the pump to remove the water collected. If the soil is fine sand for low permeability, boiling may occur in sumps and ditches. This may be prevented by placing filter layers on the sides and at the bottom of the ditches and sump. Interceptor ditches are most economical for carrying away the water which emerges on the slopes and near the bottom of the foundation pit. This method can be effectively used for rock formations, gravel and coarse sand. In fine sands and silts, there may be sloughing, erosion or quick conditions. For such soils, the method is confined at a depth of 1 to 2 meters. So, these are the references are made for session 7 explanations purpose from different textbooks and papers I have referred. Thank you one and all. Next class I will be continue.